everyone. Myself Anshul Jain from 5th semester LLB 3-year course from Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar College, Nagpur, and I am presenting the presentation on topic dying declaration for subject law of evidence, and we are discussing here importance of dying declaration. Dying declaration is a very important documentary evidence. It is hearsay evidence, but even that is given a lot of weightage in the court proceedings. Recording of dying declaration is very important. If it is recorded properly by the proper person, keeping in mind the essential ingredients of the dying declaration, it retains its full value. Missing any single ingredients of dying declaration makes it suspicious, and offenders are likely to get the benefits of its shortcoming. This means that the dying declaration is very important for the person, for the evidence in the court matters, and for the court proceedings, and so that other people are not likely to take advantage of death of his or her as per the case may. So what is dying declaration? Dying declaration is based on the maxim that is, a man will not meet his maker with a lie in his mouth. This means that when someone is on their bed, so he or she will not lie relating to any situation that is there. Hearsay evidences are not given any weightage in the courts, because the person who is giving this evidence is not telling his experiences but that of another person, and who cannot be cross-examined to verify the facts. This means that the hearsay evidences are not like for the courts to decide. The evidences that courts will consider should be strong enough to have the valid point. Evidences of dying declaration, it is an exception to this rule, because if this evidence is not considered very purpose of the justice, it will be forfeited in certain situations when there may not be any other witness to the crime except the person who has since died. Sometimes it is best evidence in such situations. Its admissibility is explained in section 32 subsection 1 of Indian Evidence Act. The next slide says statements. According to this section, when the statement is made by a person as to the cause of his or her death, or any of the circumstances of the transactions which resulted in his or her death, in cases in which the cause of that person's death comes into questions. Such statements are relevant whether the person who made this was expecting death. This is written in law language. In short, it means that someone, if he or she is expecting death, it should be the transaction, it should be the question which comes into consideration after the death, or at the time of its happening. So declaration when valid. When the declarations are considered as valid, when the English law, he or she must be under expectation of death, only then this declaration is valid. That means someone is expecting death and not in cases of sudden death. This declaration is valid both in civil and criminal cases whenever the cause of death comes into question. The important ingredients of dying declaration is it should be fit condition. It should be the victim was in a fit condition of mind to give this statement. This means that the victim should be in a sound state of mind, and it should be in a statement which is finished properly. That means it should not be incomplete statement. Merely stating that the patient was fit will not serve the purpose. This means that if someone is just saying that I am fit, this doesn't mean that the statement is valid. Important ingredients. This can be best certified by the doctor who knows best about the condition of the patient. But even in conditions where it was not possible to take the fitness from the doctor, it should be it should be retained their full sanity if there was other witnesses to testify. This means that other persons are also witnessing at that particular point of time, and the at that time the doctor, even if the doctor is not certifying, it will be considered. Medical opinion cannot wipe out the direct testimony of the eyewitness stating that the deceased was in fit and conscious state to make the dying declaration. Second most important point to be considered is that it should not be under the influence of any body or prepared by prompting, tutoring or imagination. Dying declaration should not be fake, and it should be real. So it should not be influenced by this mentioned things. Even if any of these points is proved, then dying declaration is not considered valid. If it becomes suspicious, and then it will need corroboration. More than one declaration. If a person has made more than one dying declaration, if these are not at variance with each other in essence, they return their full value. So this means that dying declaration, if it is not in one number, it can be considered if they retain their full value, provided that they should not be contradictory to one another. Form of dying declaration. It should be in the form of question and answers, and if it is in the form of narration, it is still good because nothing is being prompted and everything is coming as such from the mind of the person making. This also validates the authenticity of the declaration. If a person is not capable of speaking or writing, he can make a gesture in a form of yes or no. This will also be considered as valid. Whenever this is being recorded in the form of question and answers, precaution should be taken that exactly what questions are asked and what answers are given by the patient, those should be written. Who can record dying declaration? If it is preferred that it should be written in the vernacular language which the patient understands and speaks. So it should be understandable. It is best that it is recorded by the magistrate, but sometimes the conditions are not specific that the magistrate should be present. So even if other person records it, it is fine, but the public, like for example public servant like doctor or any other person. Courts discourage the recording of dying declaration by the police officer, but there is nobody else to record it. Dying declaration written by the police officers are also considered by the courts. If these are not recorded by the magistrate, it is better that signatures of the witnesses are taken who are present at the time of recording it. So this will, if they certify it or sign it, they are validating the declaration. Evidences. In the Indian Evidence Act, as a measure of safety original dying, the evidence should be as below. As a measure of safety original dying, declaration should be sent to the court like FIR, and its photostat should be kept in the case file. These are the evidences. These are the important points of dying declaration which should be given to the court for before submitting the file to the judge who will be making the decision. So it should be in FIR or some other as applicable to the case, and photostat should be kept in the case file. Dying declaration, it does not matter that the person has put a thumb impression or sign if it is duly witnessed. This we have seen previously in the previous slides also, that the thumb impression, even if the signed document is present, it should be valid. But in the court, question does arise if a person who can sign puts a thumb impression. If a literate person putting the thumb impression is in such a condition that he cannot sign, or example, he was lying in a bed and could not get up to sign it, or it was inconvenient for him to put thumb impression due to his condition or injury, example injury of the right hand, then it will be considered as valid. dying declaration. In the absence of such conditions, if there is thumb impression and this is not witnessed by the disinterested person, a doubt may be created whether this was done after the person died to take the advantage revenge by some interested person. So basically, thumb impression and the signature verifies in the other case to case. If the thumb impression is taken from the person without his will, then it will not be considered as valid. So this is the case as narrated by the victim. Even the history given by the injured recorded by the doctor in the case file has been considered as dying declaration by the Honorable Court if it is mentioned that the patient told in the history that incident occurred in such and such manner which was responsible for the death of the victim. Hence, it is important that if such history is written as narrated by the victim, it should be recorded carefully, keeping in mind the mentioned finding of the court. The second part is suicidal note. A suicidal note written found in the clothes of the deceased. It is in the nature of dying declaration and is admissible in evidence under Section 32 Indian Evidence Act. So, suicidal notes are also a form of dying declaration. Whenever dying declaration is to be recorded, it should be recorded very carefully, keeping in mind the sanctity which the courts attach to this piece of evidence. That means it is very important. It retains its full value if it can justify the victim, could identify the assailant version narrated by the victim. It is intrinsically sound and accords with probabilities, and any material evidence is not proved wrong by any other reliable evidence. Supreme Court on dying declaration. These are following are the judgments from Supreme Courts on dying declaration. It is for the court to see that dying declaration inspires full confidence as the maker of the dying declaration is not available for cross-examination. This means that if the person is dying, obviously he or she will not come back to life, and that's why it has the most value. Court should satisfy that there was no possibility of tutoring or prompting. There should not be any outside influence in the dying declaration. Certificate of the doctor should mention that victim was in a fit state of mind, that is sound state of mind. Magistrate recording his own satisfaction that about the fit acceptable, especially if the doctor was available. Magistrate will verify that the doctor was available at the time of dying declaration. Supreme Court observations, dying declaration. Dying declaration should be recorded by the executive magistrate or police officer, or was so precaution that other alternatives left. So this has been discussed previously also, that dying declaration may be in the form of question and answers, but court need not to be too technical. So here I end my presentation. That thank you note, and hope you have learned something about dying declaration. Thank you so much.